अरे मोदी जी, मेरे इतने समझाने पर भी आपने छोड़ दिया. Well, from what I hear, Mr. Ajay Shah, the chief person behind all the NSE software, the creator of Nifty 50, and I can go on, many accomplishments which have benefited a few. It appears that he has fled India and is also holed up in London. What is happening? We've been telling you that the top five now in the NSA colocation scam, one by one, they appear to be leaving the country. Remember the top five? Chidambaram, KP Krishnan, Ravi Narayanan, CP Bhave, and Ajay Shah. Ravi Narayanan and Ajay Shah now both appear to be in London. So, again, the police comes after everything is over. Now, I'm basing all this on this particular tweet by the sage Narad Muni. His handle is at sage Narad Muni, and he has been frequently on the dot. We don't know who that person is, but I have done some checks quietly, and I'm given to understand that this part of the news is indeed true, that Mr. Ajay Shah has indeed fled the country and has also holed up in London. Now, how is it that the CBI, whatever the CBI was thinking, was telegraphed ahead of time to Ajay Shah? Who is the mole in the CBI who's feeding all this information? Remember, 3-4 months ago, I had made a monologue where I said that it appears that Ajay Shah and his wife Susan Thomas were all preparing to flee the country and that the Indian government should be putting out a lookout notice. I don't know if they did or not, but I'm told, somebody told me that yes, there was indeed a lookout notice in place. If that was indeed in place, that begs the question, how the heck did he escape? So, London is fast becoming a haven for all white collar criminals. I mentioned this in my conversation with Pandit 𝙒𝙗𝘂𝘅𝙪𝙥𝙥. If you want to know more about that context, you can go back and watch that video that aired just a few hours ago. You can take a look at that. But here, the bigger concern I have is anybody who commits a white collar crime finds an easy way to escape the arms of the law. Then what is the point in doing all these long winding CBI investigations, ED investigations, and so on, when the end result is crystal clear that nobody is going to go to jail just because of the secrets they seem to be having? Whatever it is, the intent is there on Modi government. They want to bring all these people to book. Unfortunately, there are some people who perhaps also have a hand in the crime, and these are the ones who are making sure that the real perpetrators don't get caught. So you have Ajay Shah holed up in London. You already have Ravi Narayan, the boss of NSE, holed up in London. And who knows where Ajay Shah's wife, Susan Thomas, is. She has been missing in action. She was supposed to be a faculty in IGIDR, but when the book Market Mafia by Palak Shah came and questioned her PhD, suddenly, I think IGIDR finally saw the wisdom and fired her. I don't know, let her go gracefully, whatever. But I think NSE is continuing to pay them royalties for the Nifty 50. Who's they? Ajay Shah and Susan Thomas. Why should NSE be paying royalties for an index when everything is known and anybody can do this thing? Well, they'll have to explain this. Not just NSE, perhaps even BSE is paying. Who knows? These things are very opaque. They should be transparent. Anybody should be able to look at the market performance of the stocks and say, this stock is going to get out of Nifty 50 and this stock is going to get in. That is the kind of transparency that ought to be there, because then people can plan. Somebody who gets into the Nifty 50, there is a lot of upside for them. The one who gets kicked out has a lot of downside. And these kinds of things have to be there in a vibrant stock market. Of course, I am again talking to an empty audience here. Nobody seems to be listening, but everybody has dreams of becoming a Vishwaguru. Vishwaguru is the final goal. You have to build basic building blocks. One of the basic building blocks, a very important building block, is a stock market that is transparent and allows for accurate price discovery. This is what is missing in India's stock market, and building one more on top of the existing 2 or 3 is not going to make much of a difference, because the original problem is not being solved. There are a lot of bad apples, a lot of bad brokers, a lot of bad traders. These people need to be banned from trading, and they need to be actually put behind bars. I explained to you in a 15-minute video 2 days ago or 1 day ago, I think, about how out of the money options were used to bring in or out black money from India. So this sort of stuff is so cleverly being done. And again, that came as part of the NSE colocation scam investigation. Where is that headed? I don't know. The CBI hold press conferences to tell what is happening on all the hundreds of cases they are looking at? No. Does ED do it? I can understand ED not wanting to show their card, but CBI, once in a while, they should be able to do this thing. I don't understand how this government is working. Stealth mode is okay for some point. At some point, you need to come out and say what is going on. What happened to 𝙒𝙗𝙘𝙀 Rajput's murder case? Nobody seems to know. Nobody seems to be able to give an information on what happened. Is it a suicide? Is it a murder? Is it something else? Who was involved? Who was not involved? What happened to Ajay Shah Salian's killing/suicide? Somebody without clothes would jump off of the 14th floor? I find it unlikely. Anyway, so these are all questions. These questions obviously don't get answered, but I feel that the people are now more tuning in. You saw how people were very upset about these Udaipur killings and the Amravati killings, and now I'm hearing that a boy who just forwarded a post got beaten up again by the same community. What does this community have? They only know how to speak with their hands. Don't they know that the other side has more hands? So this is becoming more of a danger now. I hope that the law and order is more swift and strict. Also, I saw something interesting in Rajasthan. One of the drunk M's who made a statement was being coached by the police to say, okay, say that you did this while under the influence of alcohol. And then that guy says, no, I never drink alcohol because it's against his faith. You go figure. So why is the police coaching him? Police is supposed to be actually arresting him. So these are all questions that need to be answered. As always, Mr. Home Minister is on a Maun Vrat. He'll occasionally come out and say something profound and then go back to his shell. Unfortunately, we all continue to live our existence. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. If you think that our content was useful to you, please consider donating using the super thanks button, because we are always running out of ink. And without the ink, the pen won't write. And you all know the pen is mightier than the sword. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.